Growing up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New England Patriots. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, no check. Check three. Undercrush. Check 37.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 5. Right there. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down.
Ready.
Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be fourth down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They will go for it. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. He's crossing. He's checking out.
Here's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on there, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie. Check right 54. Right 54. You ain't doing nothing.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. Newton. The right's got it. 27 yards there. A 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
At the 47-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Gun.
On 1st down, Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Chase Winovich brought him down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Goal 50. Hey, goal 66.
On first down, Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. 72. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Smooth. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Check it. Reload.
Now Brady. It's complete. James White. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check it. Reload. Here we go. Here we go. 72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. That's complete to White. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Great.
58.
To throw is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Come on, QB, come on.
Gun.
58, come on.
Newton now to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Ready? 180.
58 for Mike. Oh, yeah.
8.
Here we go again. Chance.
Back.
Hey, watch this.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
58, boy, 58.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They fake the give. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Godot's kick is right through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals. The combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
He's coming to you.
Mike 5-4. Mike.
Check it.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, wahoo.
54. Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brady, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Kill.
Sugar.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Sugar.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know,
it's
but
okay.
September 10th.
You're getting a little misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you, but you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things, but there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th, 2020, and they'll likely be in Arrowhead, right? They'll likely be there for Kansas City. I know it's not a given, but after winning the Super Bowl, after a 50-year wait with that organization and that franchise and family, oh, that game's going to be there that Thursday night.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we do have some work to do because they're still picking up the controllers out there in Madden Land, I hope.
Yeah, certainly you have to. And why wouldn't you? Because you go ahead and play now, and you figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa next year.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Motion. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, goal 66.
54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's just me.
Hey, Charlie.
It's me and you.
Hey, hey.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Let's go.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, come on now. Come on now. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Hey, 66.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, Key. Big series right.
Hey, exit. 72.
To throw is Brady. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go Bandit.
Brady gives to Michelle. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Newton. Wright's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Newton to throw. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady to Michelle on the screen. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Delta. It's our time.
Right there.
Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They go play action here on 1st down. Kyle Van Noy. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50. 72. Yeah. You don't want none.
Throwing again. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. 3rd down here. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Right there, 54, right there, right there, 54 Mike.
I don't think you got it, son.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I'm coming, I'm coming.
General West.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
Shadow.
54, watch 54.
Five. Hey, check it.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up second down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. A gain there of 30 big ones. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit them with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Squeeze, double. Hey, come on. Squeeze.
He's back to throw. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Check three. Under 10. 10. Gun. Left three.
On the ground, McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Motion, 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 motion.
Now Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
25, check 25, check 25. Regular.
They're running it. It's Michel. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go up. No, 66. Hey, let's go.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Alert.
Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
3D, hey.
Back to throw, Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He's going to have the first down past the 20.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.